Good morning, students. Sairam. Hope you all are doing well. Students, as you all know that we have started a new chapter in the last class that was House is Not a Home by Zen Godioso. We have started the story and from the starting paragraph we come to know that Zen is the narrator and he has just passed his junior school and now he is shifted to a high school where he was feeling uncomfortable because he was missing his old friends and old teachers. And later we got to know that he has a pet, and that pet is a cat. One Sunday afternoon, he was doing his homework, and his cat was playing with the pen. And after that, the house catches the fire from the fireplace. As it was very cold outside, they have light up a fire in the fireplace, and through that only the house catches fire, and all over there was only smoke. So the mother and the narrator ran out of the house. But the mother ran again into the house to bring some other documents which are very important. But later, for the second time, when she ran, the reason why she ran into the house was that Zen father was no more, and certain memories were there, which were his photographs and his letters, which were written to his family. So mother don't want to lose those memory of his father, and she ran into the house to bring them safely. Even the firemen were there, and they console Zen that they will bring out his mother safely. You should not worry. Now, what happened next? Let us see that. So, the last paragraph which we ended on was that it took 5 hours for the firemen to control the fire, and the whole house was totally burned. And at that moment, only Zen was thinking that he has suffered such a great losses in his life that he is getting into depression. And he was thinking that he is suffering through many losses. So, now continuing with the next passage, that is, they were not allowed to go into the building as it could be dangerous. Zen wanted to know about his cat, but he had to leave. They got into the car with none of their belongings. All they had were the few blankets given by the firemen. They spent the night at Zen's grandparents' house. So we got to know that the house was totally burned and they have to leave that place because there is nothing for them there. And they have nothing. They don't have their belonging with them because all that things were burned, even their important documents, their credit card, their cash was not with them. So what they have just the blankets which are provided by the firemen. And now they head towards the grandparents house of Zen. Zen went to school the next day. It was Monday. At the time of the fire, he was wearing the dress that he wore to the church on Sundays. He was not wearing his shoes. He had removed them and kicked them off when he sat to do his homework. They were burnt in the fire too. So, Zan borrowed tennis shoes from his aunt. He did not want to go to school, but his mother forced him to go. He was embarrassed because his clothes were unusual. He did not have his bag, books, and homework. He thought that God wanted that he should live like a person who was different from others and did not fit well in the society. Zen was so upset that he wished to die. So what happened that because day before it was Sunday and the next day was the Monday. The Monday is a day when you have to head to your schools, your office. Now, Zen was wearing the clothes which we actually wear at home. He don't have his school dress, not his school shoes, bags, nothing with him. So he have to go to school in that dress only. And the shoes which he usually wear at his home were also was not there with him because he has kicked off them because he was doing his homework. So all that he was having, he had nothing with him. So what he did, that he borrowed shoes, tennis shoes from his aunt. And we can imagine that a person going to school without having a proper dress, without having books and bag, so whatever thought is coming to a child mind is that he just want to die. Why? Because he think that God has punished him. God has punished him to live a life like a person who is not fit in a society, who is different from everyone. So Zan was feeling very embarrassed because he don't have a proper dress, not even. So what happened that, he was feeling very embarrassed without his bags, books, and homework. He had nothing. So at that moment, he was thinking to die. I walked around school like a zombie. Everything felt surreal, and I wasn't sure that what was going to happen. All the security I had known from my old school, my friends, my house, and my cat had all been ripped away. So what happened? He was moving in the school like a zombie. Zombie means a person who is really different because he is not wearing a proper uniform, not proper shoes, and I don't know what his condition going to be at that moment. But that feeling he is having inside his mind, that feeling like a zombie. And whatever friends he is have, whatever belonging he have, he is missing all those things like his house, his old friend, his cat. And he think that all these things are just snatched from me. They are snatched from me by the God. So all that thought was running into his mind. When I walked through what used to be my house after school that day, I was shocked to see how much damage there was. Whatever hadn't burnt was destroyed by the water and chemicals they had used to put on the fire. The only material things not destroyed were the photo albums, documents, and other some personal items that my mother had managed to heroically rescue. But my cat was gone, and my heart ached for her. So, what happened after the school finished? He went through that way where his house was, his old house was. And he was really feeling bad or sad because he saw that house was totally damaged. There was nothing left. Whatever was left, or what was we can say that whatever was just was safe from the burning, or which was not destroyed by the fire, that was destroyed by the water and the chemicals that were used to put out the fire. And he said that only material which was safe from that house, or from our personal belongings, were only those things which my mother rescued. But my heart is only searching for my cat. And I have a pain in my heart because I want my cat back. That cat has gone somewhere. Zan could not grieve the loss of his cat because they had to rebuild their life. They had to arrange a place to live in, clothes, etc. We had to borrow money from my grandparents because there were no credit cards, cash, or even any identification to be able to withdraw money from the bank. Everything had gone up in smoke. So here he says that I have that pain in my heart, but I cannot cry on that because we have to manage many things else also. Like we have to again rebuild our life, we have to arrange place to live, we have to arrange our clothes, even we don't have money with us. Why? Because everything is burned down. We don't have our identification proof so that we can go to bank and withdraw some money from there also. Why? Because everything has burned in that fire. That week, the rubble that used to be our house was being cleared off the lot. Even though we had rented an apartment nearby, I would go over to watch them clear away debris, hoping that my cat was somewhere to be found. She was gone. I kept thinking about her as that vulnerable little kitten. In the early morning, when I would disturb her and get out of bed, she would tag along after me, climb up my robe and crawl into my pocket to fall asleep. I was missing her terribly. So here he says that most part of our house was cleared, all the debris, that is the damaged part of the house, now that ashes which were there, that were clean off, and I used to go there and see everything. But I really miss my cat. My cat. So here he remember those days when he used to play with his cat. That when I wake her up in the early morning, she used to climb to my robe and she used to crawl into my pocket and there she used to sleep. So I miss her a lot. Zen thought that bad news spread faster because everyone, including all the teachers, knew about his sad story. Zen felt embarrassed as if he was guilty for all that had happened. He was getting attention for all the wrong reason. So here he says, Zen is saying that I think that bad news spread very fast because now all my teachers, all my school friends know what had happened with me, and they were looking at me with that sympathetic eyes or with that pity, which I think I don't want because this is the wrong reason for which I'm getting attention. I want attention for my caliber or for my capabilities, but this is the wrong reason for that I'm getting attention. So the next day at school, people were acting even more strange than usual. I was getting ready for gym class at my locker. People were milling around me, asking me to hurry up. I thought it strange, but in the light of the past few weeks, nothing would surprise me. It almost seemed that they were trying to shove me into the gym. Then I saw why. There was a big table set up with all kinds of stuff on it, just for me. They had taken up a collection and bought me school. Sorry, they had taken up a collection and bought me school supplies, notebooks, all kind of different clothes, jeans, tops, suits. It was like Christmas. I was overcome by emotion. People who had never spoken to me before were coming up to me to introduce themselves. I got all kinds of invitation to their houses. Their genuine outpouring of concern really touched me. In that instant, I finally breathed a sigh of relief and thought for the first time that things were going to be okay. I made friends at I made friends that day. So what happened? Next day, people were gathering around him and they tried to help him in a way that they all arranged school supplies, notebooks, clothes for Zen. And Zen, by seeing such thing, he was overcome by emotion. He felt that now, from this day, the people who don't know me are coming to me and introducing me. Even they are trying to give me their house to live. From now, I feel like everything going to be okay. A month later, I was at my house watching them rebuild it. But this time it was different. I wasn't alone. I was with two of my new friends from school. It took a fire for me to stop focusing on my feelings of insecurity and open up to all the wonderful people around me. Now I was sitting there watching my house being rebuilt when I realized my life was doing the same thing. So what happened? He says that after 1 month from the day when my house was burned, now the house started to rebuild, and I was sitting there watching the house getting rebuilt. But this time it is different because I am not alone. I have my new friends with me from my new school, and he says that I think fire which took place at my house was for a good reason because after that only I started focusing on new things. I have get away from the feeling of insecurity and I have now opened up with different peoples, and that is wonderful for me. And now I am sitting there watching my house to rebuild, and in the same way my life is also being rebuilt in a new way. While we sat there on the curb planning my new bedroom, I heard someone walk up to me from behind and say, "Does this belongs to you?" When I turned around to see who it was, I couldn't believe my eyes. A woman was standing there holding my cat. I leapt up and grabbed her out of the woman's arm. I held her close to me and cried into that beautiful orange fur. She purred happily. My friends were hugging me, hugging the cat, and jumping around. So at last, the cat, some lady bought that cat to him, and he was very happy seeing his cat back. Apparently, my cat had been so freaked by the fire that she ran over a mile away. Her collar had our phone number on it, but our phones had been destroyed and disconnected. This wonderful woman took her in and worked hard to find out whose cat it was. Somehow, she knew this cat was loved and sorely missed. So what happened? That the cat got so afraid by the fire that she ran mile away. But fortunate thing was that the which was there on her neck, that was having the phone number. But the thing again happened that the phones were also destroyed in that fire. But that lady was such a nice lady that she worked hard to find out whose cat it was, because she also knew that cat was loved by the peoples, by the owners so much that they must be missing her a lot. Even the cat was also missing them, and that's why at last she brought back that cat to Zen. As I sat there with my friends and my cat curled up in my lap, all the overwhelming feeling of loss and tragedy seemed to diminish. I felt gratitude for my life, my new friends, the kindness of a stranger, and the loud purr of my beloved cat. My cat was back, and so was I. So, what happened at last then said that now me and my friends were sitting, seeing the house being rebuilt. Now, my cat curled up and she was sitting in my on my lap, and all that feeling of being blessed and happy, that he is filled with joy, was coming into his mind. And the feeling of loss and tragedy, whatever bad feelings were there, they are just he's feeling that now these feelings which are negative, which are of tragedy, of loss, they are going away from my life, they are getting lost. And there he feel very blessed, or because he has his new friends, the kindness of the stranger which they have showed towards Zen and his mother, and even now he got his cat back. And so he was also back on the life track again. So this was the story of A House is Not a Home. So with this we end this class. Thank you, students.